Hey everyone, GM Admiral here, and tonight I am bringing you a box opening video of the Marvel Multiverse RPG starter set. This is just the basic starter set. It's not like the super mega starter set that they released as well. That came with a lot of extra stuff in it and was probably about twice the price. But this right here is around between $30 and $35, which you're going to find it for at your LGSs. And it looks like it comes with a lot of great stuff. So let's see what we have inside. Excited. My last review was for the Spider-Man book for the Marvel Multiverse RPG, and that was spectacular. So I'm excited to see what we have inside this box. So first things first, starter sets are always a great way to get in the game. People are always asking, how can I get into a game if I've never played it before? Starter sets are the key. So we got a cool piece of art on the inside. But the other thing about a starter set is that you can use this as a dice tray, right? In fact, Octone Cthulhu even did this as like a mini GM screen of sorts. So let's see what we get inside. So it looks like we get one set of the Marvel dice, and these are for the 616 system. For those of you that don't know, the red die here has that Marvel logo on the one, and if you roll that, some cool things can happen in the game. So you do only get 3 dice, it looks like. Their standard dice set comes with 9. But that's all you need to roll is just 3 dice for the game. So that's not too shabby. We get quite a few tokens here. This looks like there's some Ultron bots. You got Hulk in the middle. So yeah, interested to see where this goes. So this is to put on, if you don't have miniatures, you can just use the tokens to represent those there. Well, there's an arena, so that makes sense for Planet Hulk. Let's see what else we got in here. I wonder if that's a map or what. Oh, bottom has the same art. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to see a different piece of art. But these are little playmat tiles, it looks like. And it's interesting that they're all wrapped individually. I wish, such a waste of plastic. I wish they would kind of get away from that. These, of course, this was, of course, put together by CMON, and it looks like we've got 2 little, they're front and back, so that's good at least. This is Catacomb abstract map to show them roughly where they're going, and then, of course, the arena, which is kind of cool. So. And again, there's no grid on this, so it's just there as a representation, which is good as well. I like that. We do get, these look like they were jammed in there and a little bit bent. That's unfortunate. These look like they're your characters. Of course, with the Marvel role-playing game, they do encourage you to use characters from the 616 universe, or at least from the Marvel universe in general. That's not my preference when I play. I like to make my own characters, but I know also for ease of play, seeing Black Panther's character sheet and Black Widow's and whatnot. This is on like a thicker, almost like a plastic, which is nice. You get Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, Miles Morales, that's interesting, Storm, and Laura Kinney as Wolverine. Interesting. So you got your males, you got your females. Lots of different choices in here, which is great. So, awesome. What do you do with these characters? Well, that's what the role-playing game books are for. So we've got starter rules, adventure, and powers. So this has been my biggest complaint about getting new people into the game, is that there are hundreds of different superpowers that you can give to characters. And if they don't have the core rule book, it's really hard for people to know what their powers can do. So this has all of the powers listed inside. This right here is so awesome because for $30, you don't have to invest in the core rulebook. You can have the powers, at least the ones that are represented here. Talks even a little bit about traits and tags too, which is cool. So that's a great little booklet. That's going to be a handy resource, especially if you're new to the game, to learn what the different powers you have do. Of course, you can always just narratively say, I want to shut that guy's mouth by flipping webs on his mouth, right? So starter rules, this is a pretty hefty booklet. Mechanics. There's a lot in here as far as the rules go. Look at that. 6 whole chapters of rules. This is like a big chunk of the core rulebook right here, in fact. So that's pretty awesome. And a glossary. Glossaries are always good. No matter how you look at it. Glossaries are always good. All right. Hulk. Escape from Planet Hulk Adventure. Now, let's see if I can get a little bit more light down there. There we go. So it looks like this is an a 4-act adventure. I wonder how long each act is meant to be. World of Game Design worked on this. Zach Goins. Yep, I know Zach. I know Andrew. That's cool to see their names on there. Troy Sandlin, I know. Awesome. Yeah, Zach actually helped us out with our Kickstarter for Sentience, so that's pretty awesome. Gateway to Adventure, Act 1. We've got the arena. I'm not going to go through a lot of this because I don't need to spoil things for you. I'm going to go fairly quickly. But the arena act, a few pages. Act 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Act 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4. And Act 4 is 3 pages. So that's not too awful. I don't know if that would be a 4-hour, probably 2 4-hour sessions, I would guess. You've got your NPCs in here, Ultron drones, Nebula, and so on. So that's pretty cool. You get a full adventure here. Like I said, this is probably 2 sessions, maybe 3 if you milk it out. Again, we've got some maps here, which is great. It's always good to have maps. However, I don't like the fact that they are sealed in plastic. Such a waste of plastic. These could just be set right in that box, just like everything else. So, come on, and Disney and everyone else, let's start cutting back on the plastic. Holy crap. This is 4 panels by 1, 2, 3, 4 panels. This map is so big. That is spectacular. That is a great map. And it's not just paper either. It's almost like again, almost like a thick plasticky type paper. It's really kind of nice. I would still probably want to maybe laminate it, but like it's very good quality. And it is freaking huge. So that is cool. I love that so much. So that's pretty good quality. So to summarize, we get 3 dice in the regular set. You get this giant map that is really, really cool. You get a ton of tokens if you like to use maps. And to be honest with this game, you almost have to use maps because so many like superpowers and whatnot have like area effects and things like that. So you have to be mindful of that. And it's a lot easier to keep track of it using a map than not. We got our character sheets that are just slightly too large for the box. In fact, if you look in here, like they're bending up at the sides, which is unfortunate. Like I can't even get this one out without really putting some pressure on it. So that's unfortunate. Just a little bit too snug in there, but The characters look really cool. I appreciate the diversity among the characters, right? I think there's only, what, one white male figure or character in here, and it's Captain America, right? How awesome is that? You've got females, you know, you've got just all sorts of representation here, which is something that you like to see in any tabletop role-playing game. And then the booklets. You get a booklet of all the powers for review, which is perfect for teaching new players. A really big rule book. The adventure, that's probably 2 or 3 sessions. A couple little reference maps and whatnot that aren't the big, huge one. Again, these maps are a little bit bent because they're just a little snug inside that box. And I wish that they had made them just a tiny bit smaller. But overall, this looks like an exciting game. I'm going to absolutely run this at my local game shop, probably starting in June. I was going to do the free RPG Day game, and that always gets people hyped up about it. So maybe this will be the follow-up to that. So everything does fit back in here, but like I said, it's really snug, so you got to be careful. Things are going to start to bend a little bit. But for $30 to $35, depending on, you know, how much markup your shop does, I think it's a really good deal. You know, I mean, especially with some gaming companies needing to charge $70 for things these days, plus the fact it got over here before the tariffs kicked in. So that's pretty awesome as well. Anyway, Marvel Multiverse Role-Playing Game Starter Set, Escape from Planet Hulk. Looks like a good one. Maybe I'll do a review someday. I don't tend to do reviews, but maybe when I'm done running it, I'll let you all know how it is. That's all I got. If you enjoy this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. I try to do box openings whenever I get a starter set, and I do lots of other things on the channel as well. So take care. Have a great day.